Girivaradari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Yamuna Tiravana Chari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Brajajana Ranjana Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Stotra Sata Sri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Astotra Sata Sri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासरि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakund Radhakund Giri Govardhan ki jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai. Shri Navadvip Mayapuri Dham ki jai. Ganga Maya Yamuna Maya ki jai. Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi ki jai. Samaveta Bhakti Vrinda ki. Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So, what is the difficulty? Sometimes waking up in the morning, controlling the senses. Yeah. Okay, so what is the reading from what is the difficulty? Pastime number 69, eh? Let me just find it. Okay. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Pastime 69, entitled Three Things Keep Me Alive. April 15th, 1973, ISKCON, Los Angeles, California. One day, while I was massaging Srila Prabhupada, rubbing mustard oil on his back, he said, "Three things keep me alive: my morning walk, my massage, and my Ayurvedic medicine." I had heard Srila Prabhupada mention this on a few occasions. He was very regular in doing all three. Wherever he was in the world, he would go on his morning walk, even the day after a 12-hour flight. The next morning he would be walking with his followers as the sun was rising. It didn't matter if it was hot, cold, or raining. His walk could be from 1 to 2 hours in length, and always at a brisk pace. His morning massage was done regularly, and around the same time every day, just before noon. It would last between 1 to 2 hours, and it was an Ayurvedic type massage done with sandalwood oil on his head and mustard oil on the rest of his body. He said sandalwood oil keeps a cool head, and the mustard oil is heating. This type of massage is very good for blood circulation. He liked it done with vigor. In the evening before resting, he would take a dry massage, mainly on his feet and legs, for about half to 1 hour. He took the same Ayurvedic medicine the entire time I was with him, from September of 1972 until July of 1975. It was a tonic called Yogendra Ras. Some of the ingredients were gold powder and crushed pearl in small quantities. It was made into small balls, reddish in color. When Srila Prabhupada was away from India for some time, he would have it sent to him along with the black cardamom seeds that it was mixed with. He would only have his disciples purchase it from one Ayurvedic pharmacy, saying, "It is the only one I trust because of the expensive ingredients." The others are all cheating. He would take this mixture every other morning before his morning walk. I would prepare it while he was in the bathroom around 5 a.m. I would drop the 2 small balls into a black marble mortar and pestle, and then add the seeds of 1 black cardamom and a dab of raw honey. After mixing it up thoroughly, I would place the mortar and pestle on his desk. When he sat down, he would take the pestle in his hand and get as much of the tonic on it as possible and place it onto his mouth, licking off every bit. After that, he would pick up the small mortar with his tongue lick every bit that was left. Srila Prabhupada never ever wasted anything, and his medicine was no exception. Srila Prabhupada never spoke to me about following an Ayurvedic lifestyle by name. But it is very clear that he did. Getting up before sunrise, taking cold bath, and getting morning sun during his walk are basic common sense principles in Ayurveda. He ate local fruits for breakfast and with his milk or yogurt, and had his main meal while the sun was highest in the sky. His lunch regularly consisted of rice dal, chapatis, and a few chanced vegetable preparations. In the evening, about 2 hours before rest, he would have his very hot milk with honey, and if he had good appetite, some prasadam. Only occasionally did he eat deep fried foods like puris and samosa, etc., although he liked them very much. He was very in tune with his body, and as soon as he noticed some sign of ill health, he would make adjustments in his eating and massage. He often asked for khichdi for lunch at this time. Khichdi is well known for balancing all the three doshas in Ayurveda. In simple terms, out of balance doshas are the cause of all disease in the body. Srila Prabhupada said, disease comes from three things: anxiety, uncleanliness, and overeating. Overeating means eating more than you can digest. If you can digest 10 chapatis, eat 10 chapatis. But if you can only digest one, then eat one. Another Ayurvedic principle is to eat alone. Srila Prabhupada always did this. He had a very sweet way that he would get everyone in the room to leave. When I would bring his meal in and place it on the small low table on the floor, he would take a piece of fruit and give one piece to each of the disciples who were in the room at the time. Then he would give his head a little tilt and say, "Now you can go." He then sat down in front of his plate, meditating on the prasadam as he ate. He didn't use utensils or drink water during his meal. He always ate with only his right hand and chewed his food very well. He once laughingly said to me, "The best thing for health is to cook for yourself. That way, no matter how hellish it tastes, you will like it because you made it." Although it was humorously said, it is also one of the important principles in digestion. If you don't like what you are eating, you will not digest it properly. And then Shrutikirti Prabhu writes, "Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for showing me how to live every moment of my life. You revealed the most important of all rules, to offer all that we do and eat to the Supreme Lord Krishna. Everything you did was perfect and your whole life was exemplary. You are the Acharya for all of us. You instructed us, by your example, how to do everything, from the time we got up until we took rest. You even showed us how to rest. As you would so often say, Krishna consciousness is common sense. Thank you for bestowing us with common sense." Very nice, eh? So, we see that Prabhupada, although he was Prabhupada, such an exalted soul, he came to the material world and he had to accept a material body, right? And the material body, anything material, is temporary. It's going to break down in time. So Prabhupada taught us how to take care of the body. He lived the perfect Ayurvedic lifestyle, you could say. Yeah? Because the material body is made up of the material elements. Just like, okay, I know the automotive industry, right? The automotive field. So a car is also made up of the 5 material elements, just like the material body, in different combinations maybe, you know. So what happens if you don't take care of your car? Prabhu, if you don't take care of your car, what happens? It breaks, right? So in my line of work, I see so many different types of vehicles, as well as different conditions of vehicles coming in. And you can see the person that takes care of his vehicle and someone that neglects the vehicle. For instance, if you use cheap quality parts on your vehicle, it's gonna break down easily. It's not gonna perform as well as it should perform. Similarly, if we put the wrong things in the body is gonna break down, right? If we neglect the body, if we don't, like Prabhupada, he went for a morning walk to exercise the body, He ate, he took his meals in a very Ayurvedic style, like I'm trying to follow now, eating in an Ayurvedic way, fruits for breakfast, a salad at lunchtime, and maybe a little rice and sabji, and then at night a light meal. Now my light and your light, like Prabhupada said, it will be different. If you can digest 10 chapatis, then eat 10 chapatis. If you can digest one, then take one. So like that, if we neglect taking care of the car, it's going to break. If we neglect taking care of the body, or we put the wrong things in the body, it's going to break. I see some new model vehicles coming in, but they look like they are 20 years old maybe, right? Just like we see human beings, because they are consuming so many of the wrong things, harmful things like alcohol, smoking cigarettes, taking drugs, eating lots and lots of meat, just filling this body. And if you see, and especially I saw this in a documentary in the USA, a 23-year-old girl or 23-year-old woman, because of the lifestyle, of the things she put into her body, she looks like maybe like a 50-year-old person. Can't get out of the bed, struggling to get out of bed, struggling to wake up to get up from the sofa, like that. So we see that Prabhupada followed or taught us how to take care of this body, and that means obviously exercise the body, eat prasadam, and Shuddhakirti Prabhu says that he didn't often take deep fried foods, right? So why? Because he's teaching us how to live, how to take care of this body, so we can continue in our Krishna consciousness nicely, so this body doesn't suffer like that. So it's the same thing, like I said, with everything material, and it's the same thing with planet Earth, with Bhumi Devi. People are, we see that the human beings are they are raping this planet Earth, of its natural minerals, of the oil, pollution, So what's happening to the earth? It's no more providing the grains that it used to provide. We find that rainforests are becoming smaller and smaller, and everything is becoming a concrete jungle. If you drive around in Chatsworth, you can count the number of houses that has trees in the yard. Most of the yards don't have any trees. So if we're not in touch with nature, if we're not living in a natural way, then what will our consciousness be? So planet Earth is the same, and because the human beings are exploiting the earth, what's happening is hitting back. Natural disasters are increasing, right? Because earth is also consists of the material elements, like that, right? So yeah, in this pastime, Prabhupada teaches us how to take care of this body. Let's see, So he speaks about, Shuddhakirti Prabhu speaks about the three doshas also in Ayurveda. And Prabhupada says disease comes from the three things: anxiety, uncleanliness, and overeating. And this is the majority of the population in the world. Everybody is in anxiety. Everybody, or most people, are unclean, and they're overeating or eating the wrong things, in fact. So therefore there's so much of diseases and new diseases that are popping up. Okay, next pastime, pastime 70. This one's entitled, You Have No Business Going to Mangal Aarti. April 17th, 1973 is Los Angeles, California. I made a few devotee friends while staying with Srila Prabhupada in New Dwaraka. One morning I decided to go to Mangal Aarti and to see them. While I was there, Pradyumna came into the temple room and said, Srila Prabhupada has been ringing his bell. He wants to see you now. I immediately left the temple room and raced into his room. I offered my obeisances, and as I lifted my head, I said, Do you want me, Srila Prabhupada? You have no business going to Mangal Aarti, he said in an angry mood. Your service is to be with me 24 hours a day. If I need you, you should be available. I apologized and said I would never do it again. Even before going to Aarti, I knew it wasn't the right thing to do. I had been restless and thought that no one could fault me for attending Mangal Aarti. I figured that Srila Prabhupada usually didn't call me so early in the morning. Of course, I should have remembered that he always knew what I was doing, so if I did go to Aarti, he would certainly call me. I was the only person in ISKCON who had a reason not to go to Mangal Aarti. For me, attending Aarti was a sign that I was in Maya. And then he writes, It felt wonderful walking into your room that early morning. I knew I was going to be chastised for attending Mangal Aarti. It confirmed everything I had learned from you. Krishna consciousness was common sense. It was practical. It wasn't a ritual we performed and couldn't explain why we did it. Everything we did had a purpose. It was science. We weren't blindly following rules and regulations. You were teaching us how to use our intelligence, how to be honest with ourselves and honest with you. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for showing me how to perform devotional service. Yeah, so this pastime is nice, that Krishna consciousness is common sense, you know. Sometimes we become fanatical, and even when we are sick, then we want to make it a point that, we have to come to Mangal Aarti and show the devotees, hey, he's here for Mangal Aarti every morning or something. But we have to be practical. When the body is ill, then we have to rest the body. People can understand. And then for Shuddhakirti Prabhu, his service was to be with Srila Prabhupada 24 hours a day. And like he said, Prabhupada knew everything that he was doing, so he attended Mangal Aarti, which he not supposed to, because he was supposed to be serving Srila Prabhupada, and then Srila Prabhupada calls him, to teach him a lesson, I guess. Raghunath Bhatta Prabhu, you want to comment on that, on Krishna consciousness is common sense?
Well, everything is not like, written in the scriptures exactly what you must do and what you mustn't do.
Yeah.
Because some things you're meant to know. It's just practical and common sense.
We've got to use our intelligence.
Use your intelligence at times, because The spiritual master not going to. You cannot take every cough to the doctor like that. You use your own intelligence how to do things. Like if the person is meant to serve Srila Prabhupada, he can't be two places at one time.
Yeah.
He has to be at one. You do one thing at a time.
Yeah.
That's what devotees has to learn. They only can do one thing at a time. They can't do come here, run there, go here. It's like not practical.
Yeah.
You do one thing at a time. It's mentioned there in the Krishna book that anyway, Mother Yashoda left baby Krishna to attend to the milk. She did one thing. She left Krishna to the other.
Yes.
Although Krishna was the Lord, but she left him to the other thing. So you have to use your common sense. Yes.
Yeah.
Like that. So much can be said about it anyway.
Yeah.
Like a lot of things, we learn from childhood, even for ourselves. Like you find Indian people come in the temple and they'll walk backwards.
Yeah.
They won't turn their back to the deity. You'll see them walking backwards.
Yeah.
But nobody told them that. They didn't read it anyway.
Yeah.
So they just have this understanding and use that common sense. Thanks.
Yeah. And I was also thinking, like, in terms of service, we should use our intelligence to accept as much service that we can do, not try to do too many things and maybe not perform it nicely or do it properly. So do what we can do and try to do it with perfection. That's also like maybe some common sense. Yeah. Someone else want to say something?
If you do lots of service, then you're in a good position to go back to Godhead. But you have to do lots of service with good consciousness.
Yes, the consciousness is important.
And that's not sometimes possible when you do lots of things.
Yeah.
Because you want to be in everything,
Yeah.
That's not practical. You have to use your common sense, yeah. It's like, yeah, anyway, there's more to say, but we carry on.
Anyone else can say something? It's nice to get everyone involved. Yeah. Okay, we'll come to you next.
Hare Krishna.
Haribol.
I was just thinking about how our movement is meant to be for independently thoughtful men and women. So we're not just robots. We have to think and we have to apply our intelligence in Krishna's service as well. And Prabhupada said it takes intelligence to understand the difference between making adjustments and changing principles. So although the principles should all remain the same, we should know which adjustments should be made in the time, place and circumstance that we are in. And that's just common sense.
Yes. Yeah, we can't change the principles, yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. So the gentleman here mentioned how people come to the temple.
You can swallow the mic.
People come to the temple and they don't face their back towards Radha and Krishna. So another thing is, I just want to add one thing, and that is respect.
Yes.
Things come down to respect. And in our subconscious mind, we know that we should respect our fellow Bhagavan and we should, And also another thing that I'd like to add is in life we get to make our own decisions at the same time. Obviously it all relies on God's will and our faith and destiny and all of that. But at the same time we also have a choice to make a decision. Whether to go right or whether to go left, for example. It's also that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, so we all have our own, we all make our own decisions, right? Yeah. So we can choose whether to follow nicely what Krishna wants us to follow or make the wrong decision. Eh? What's your name? Sorry? Tanvi. Nice. Tanvi. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So I think almost time. Shri Shri Radha Radhanath ki, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Giri Govardhan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Oh yeah, I need the song. Jaya Gora Chande Artika Shobha. Tell him, bring the song for me, sir. Kiba Jaya Jaya Gora Chande Artika Shobha. Janavi tatavane Jagamana loba Janavi tatavane Jagamana loba Dakine Tai Chan Bame Gadadar Tai Chan Bame Gadadar Nikate Advaita Shrini Vasa Tatradara Boshi Achagora Chan Ratna Simasane Arati Korena Brahma Adi Deva Gane Narahari Adikori Chamaradulaya Kori Chamaradulaya Sanjaya Mukunda Bashu Goshadigaya Shanga baje, ganta baje, baje karatala. Baje karatala, madhura mridanga baje, paramarasala. Shanka baje, ganta baje, madhur 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 baje, ganta baje, Madhur baje, Shanka baje, Ganta baje, Madhur 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 baje. 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 Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, Nitai Gaura Hari bol. Nitai Gaur Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, Nitai Gaura Hari bol. Bahu koti chandra jini vadana ujvala. Gala deshe banamala kore jalamala. Shiva Sukha Narada Preme Gadada. Bhakti Vinoda Deke Gaurara Sampada. Bhakti Vinoda Deke Gaurara Sampada. Gaurange Aratika Shobha Jagajana Manaloba. 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 Jagajana Manaloba. Jagajana Manaloba. Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, Nitai Gaur Hari bol. Nitai Gaur Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, Nitai Gaur Hari bol. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prestaya, Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta, Swaminite Namine. Srimate Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Gita, 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 Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Gita, 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 Hare Hare, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Gita, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Gita, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everybody, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Radhanath, Radha Radhanath Radhe. Jaya Gaura Hare, Gaura Hare, Gaura Hare, Jaya Gaura Hare. Gaura Hare, Gaura Hare. Jaya Gaura Hare, Gaura Hare, Gaura Hare, Jaya Gaura Hare. Gaura Hare, Gaura Hare. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada,
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada,
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada,
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai ho Haribo, 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 Lord Haribo. Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Om Vishnu Pad Parahamsa Parivrajikacharya Ashtatara Shata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnu Pad Parahamsa Parivrajikacharya Ashtatara Shata Shri Srimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shamakund Radhakund Giri Govardhan Ki Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Ganga Mai Ki Yamuna Mai Ki Bhakti Devi Ki Tulasi Devi Ki Transcendental Harinam Sankirtan Yajna Ki Gaur Premanande! All glories to the assembled devotees! All glories to the assembled devotees! All glories to the assembled devotees! All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga! All glories to Srila Prabhupada! Namaste Narasimhaya! Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladadayine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Shila Tankana Kalaye Hito Nishingha Parato Nishingho Yato Yato Yamitato Nishingha Tahir Nishingho, Hirdaya Nishingho Narashingha Madim Sharanam Prapadye Narashingha Madim Sharanam Prapadye Tavakara Kamala Varena Kamadhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanupringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare